Hey everyone, here's another Comic Clerks video, and I'm here to talk to you about Supergirl Livewire. I did the how does she do it first because, I was kind of confused until I actually watched how does she do it to kind of get some of the stuff that was happening in Livewire. So now I'm doing the Livewire one. So we all know that, Supergirl and, well, Livewire is one of Superman's villains. Can control electricity, power, pretty much all that stuff. And this episode, I believe it did her justice. Leslie works for Catco. She got dissed by Cat, pretty much. I don't really know about the powers, how she got her powers. She got her powers by Supergirl being hit by lightning and transferring, I guess, if it's her radiation or something to Leslie. I don't really get how that happened. But, she's Livewire, about time we got, one of the cool villains, in this series. But anyways, this episode also had, her stepmom in it. And her stepmom is she's ruthless on Alex. Alex can't do nothing right. Alex, gets blamed for everything. And I kind of felt this episode. I know what it's like being the older sibling, getting blamed for whatever the younger sibling is doing. That kind of hit home for me for a minute. But, I guess she had her reasoning, as all parents have their reasonings. But, as the oldest, I still, I felt it was unfair. I will say it. I felt it's unfair. We get, my boy Win, he just gets so put in the friend zone, man. You know, Kara invited him over for Thanksgiving. He comes over, she wants everybody to say what she's thankful for, everybody what they're thankful for. Win doesn't get a chance because, there's this big family fight at the table because Alex is pissed off at her mom because, she always gets blamed for what Cora does. And, like I said, I felt her in this episode. I really felt how, I was just upset. But Win just got dissed in this episode, man. He didn't get to say what he said. So later on in the episode, he finally says, that he finally, opens up about his feelings a little bit. And Kara just shut him down. And I'm like, goodness, man, it's not fair. And I'm like, I hope they don't turn Win into a bad guy. But I can see why. I can see why he would be a bad guy after, helping, his best friend and, Jimmy Olsen. No, win for the win. So we got, also we got in this episode a couple flashbacks, and we see that Hank has been around for a minute, and he worked with Alex's dad. Because I guess they were coming for, Kara, Supergirl, whatever they wanted to call her back then. But, since Superman wasn't, on board, they were just going to take Kara. And I'm sure that really was going to go over, with the Man of Steel. They're just kidnapping his cousin and all that. Yeah, like he was going to let that happen. But anyways, you know, Alex's dad, thought it upon him. So they don't take him. Don't take, Kara. He would, offer his services since he knows everything about Superman pretty much and all the stuff about Superman. He would help the DEO and all that stuff. So I'm like, all right, okay, I guess I can accept that a little bit. But it just seems that really unlikely that, even though Hank is Martian Manhunter and all that, it seems unlikely that Superman would let them take Kara and him not do anything about it. I don't see that happening. But that's how it went down. But anyways, we really didn't get, a whole lot in this episode. I don't really You know, nothing really mind boggling or mind breaking in this episode. It's pretty standard. We got our new villain. Kara, beats her and all that. Nothing. Kat had a revelation. She's starting to be nice to people after, she found out that Kara was an orphan and all that stuff and being attacked by, Livewire, that whole, episode. She thinks that she needs to stop being mean to people and, kind of be a little nicer to people. And so we see that kind of happen and all that. But, this episode really wasn't that eventful. Like I said, I love Livewire. She was awesome. I'm trying to think what. Okay. In this episode, the mom tells them all about their dad. I guess that was this huge secret that she was holding in. She finally tells that their dad was a part of the DEO. That's one of the things that happened in this episode. And now Kara and Alex are on a mission to find out why, what happened to her dad and all that stuff. So, like I said, this episode wasn't really that eventful. I really thought, last episode was a little bit more eventful, with, Maxwell Lord, trying to push Supergirl's limits and trying to, find out more about her and all that stuff. This episode didn't really pop for me, even though Livewire was in it and that was awesome. But this episode was okay. But everybody, tell me what you liked about this episode, what you didn't like about this episode. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll be doing more episodes like this episode. Happy Thanksgiving. Drop in the comments what you guys are thankful for, this year and what you're going to be thankful for next year. All right, you guys, enjoy your turkey day.